What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekly collective tarot for the week of April 11th through the 17th of 2022. Truly appreciate you for being here with me. We're going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what they have to say for the collective this week. I just did the weekly astrology, so check that out. Hung out in the chat for a little bit at the end. That was cool. That was the biggest live I've ever done on YouTube. That was cool. Check that out. Hopefully you like it. Talked about a lot of things. But today, in this episode, we're going to just pull some cards and see what they have to say. I always look forward to seeing what they do say and sharing whatever comes to my channel with you through this channel. So I'm gonna give this deck a nice. I haven't used this deck in a while, so I'm gonna give it some love and shuffle it up good. What do we got this week with a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces? We got Venus in Pisces, Mars in Pisces. Mercury's gonna meet with Uranus. We got a full moon in Libra. Woo. Sun square Pluto, Moon square Pluto. Let's see. All right, first card is for the Sun position. We got the Devil card, upright. This is definitely talking about. This is the illumination card. It's so interesting that we're getting this. So there's this there's something that we're holding ourselves back from. There's maybe bad habits, maybe things that we give too much of our light to that actually don't need to be given that light right now. In some way, shape, or form, this is a breakout time. Because this card to me is always like dealing with like breakout, like they're chained to some substance or something, some physical, whether it's money or greed, like there's something that's holding us back. And it's going to be very important this week to figure out what it is that's holding us back so that we can kind of get out of this trapped feeling. So what does the moon say? Page of Wands in reverse. I think emotionally, with this moon card, we're at a place, maybe we feel like we have a lot more figured out than we actually do. And where we need to actually find this curiosity to create things in our life that can feel better. But it's almost like we're playing like we're not at a youthful place right now. And it's like that's going to make us real easy here to slip backwards into these things that are holding us back from what we ultimately really want. What's up with that Page of Wands with the moon reverse? Five of Wands upright. A little bit of conflict in life, a little bit of competition too. I don't know if we need to be at competition with anything other than what we really want and what's going to feel emotionally satisfying. So I think it's actually really getting back to your emotions on the matter at hand and like paying attention to new creative starts or youthful energy or what's going to bring that youthful energy in, because whatever it is that we've been like kind of trapped to is probably something we've been spending a lot of time with or spending way too much of our own soul's effort right now. And this is going to be a big look at like, do you have the competitive nature within yourself to let go of something and to stop going back to what it is that's confining you? Mars got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You know, I think that there's I don't even want to say new, but there's just like, there's opportunity out there to create right now, but it's like, this tarot reading is weird already. This is a really weird feeling. It's like, we know there's new creative potential out there. We know we can step up and do it, but for whatever reason, we're worried about some physical thing in life that we've been attached to that's keeping us from taking that step forward. Like, we don't know. Like, the simple fact of the matter is that we have to drop the idea of what we maybe were committed to, because the devil's Capricorn, right? What we were committed to in the past, but it's like those commitments from the past are actually probably not what's going into this new timeline, what's going into this new portal that we're in. And we don't know what we can create yet. It's just like trial and error. Like, let's go throw some spaghetti on the wall and see if it sticks. And I think we're at a conflicted moment emotionally where it's like, well, I just want it now. But it's like, it takes time and some kind of persistence, but in a different way. For Mercury, we got the Five of Swords in reverse. So mentally here, a very, strange place. Like, also conflicted with not feeling like anybody can come out a winner. Maybe trying to be too competitive and trying to like worry about what other people are, walking away from or what they're committing to. Like, I just think you kind of have to focus on yourself here, is what I'm feeling. And then, like, just be sharp for you. What are the things that are holding you back? Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people are going to think of you. Don't worry about what the world's going to think. And definitely don't be scared of what can be created this week. I feel like there's a lot of hesitancy here of like letting go. I mean, these cards are weird. And then getting the devil upright to start it, like, this is weird. There is some devil, whether it's physical or in our own mind right now, that's keeping us very stuck, very conflicted of starting something. And I don't know what that is yet. Venus got the Emperor reversed. Jesus. The Emperor reversed for Venus. So our feel-good energy right now is lacking big time because whatever it is we're bound to is keeping us from our empowerment. But for some reason, there's a strong attachment and a fear of like taking the action and like stepping up to get out of it, because it's almost like we have this story already written in our head that we know what the outcome is going to be like. We already know if we won the war or lost the war before we even started the war. Like, I think we got to try things here. And I think that's where you're going to empower yourself, is by trying something different. Because I'm like feeling like something has to give. Like, something has to be new. And you got to take that into your own hands here to get it. Also, Venus being relationships, like, if relationships are not equally empowering and there's one person trying to be the emperor in the relationship and run the show and call all the shots, I don't know if that's necessarily what you're going to want to be in. Maybe it's the attachment to thinking somebody else has to call the shots for you. Maybe it's the attachment to thinking that the person you're with can't make their own decisions. What a weird reading. I'm going to be honest. Jupiter got the Knight of Pentacles upright. Well, I think this is where we can save the day here with Jupiter getting this card. Like, we can actually show up with some like steadfast approach. Like, this is definitely the slowest knight. He's just sitting there on his steed. So it's definitely about like feeling the abundance and the confidence that you can have to know that you can definitely go forward, but maybe it's not about rushing into a new thing necessarily, but like step at a time, and you'll have the persistence and the strength to bring in what you're looking for. I think I really think it's just one step at a time here. Like, if there's some big addiction or attachment right now that like, you don't necessarily have to cold turkey it, but like one little step at a time will really help. Maybe find your own empowerment, maybe not have, someone trying to make the step for you also, or worried about what another person might think in your life. Like, you gotta step up here and realize you got it. And as long as you bring your confidence to the table, the gifts will come. So your self-worth comes first. And that'll actually help so much with all this really weird conflicted energy, confused, not knowing how to start something or create energy, or fighting ourselves or fighting with other people. One step at a time, and you'll come out on top. And you'll save the day for yourself. Saturn got the moon upright. So I think that's, it's saying that there's change. Like there's change in our physical reality here. And the only constant is change. And the moon's always changing, waxing and waning, full and new. And it can bring up a lot of our subconscious triggers or fears that we have to like actually dedicate to. And, emotional responsibility can be a big thing too. So being responsible for how you're feeling and not putting it on other people or the world. Maybe the world's having us, really bring a lot out right now and like show all the little nooks and crannies that are usually, dark. But we have a responsibility to pay attention to our emotions. I think that's important. Especially, getting this with the moon card, the Page of Wands reversed. It's like very unsure of this like emotional journey, or feeling like way too much of, for me, I'm either picking up like know-it-all energy or literally just lack of confidence, like of security within self to try something new. But I think there's a duty here to step up for where the change in your life can show up and to pursue it and one step at a time and to not like, even Mars getting that Page of Pentacles is just like, I don't want to go try something that might create magic in my life or bring me abundance. Pluto got Six of Pentacles. Transformation is actually like bringing things into alignment, and I think it's equal give and take. So everything has to be like equal give and take in life. If you're just giving, and you're not receiving some sort of like energy in, exchange for that, it's not in balance. This guy definitely can help out these people because he knows he's got it and he's not tripping and it's going to come back. But if you're just giving, and it's out of alignment, it needs a overhaul right now with this Pluto position. And I think that we can be overly emotionally attached to giving without receiving. And maybe that's part of it too, is transforming to learning to receive more so that we can feel supported in getting out of some pattern or some addiction or some obsession from the past. Is to feel like we can actually, it's like somebody will show up and help you, but you got to help yourself first, and that'll attract in the energy that can be there for you. I don't think we have to go at this alone by any means. And I'd say even the Emperor reversed for Venus is saying a similar thing. Like, we don't have to do this alone. It's not all about being alone, but it's also like there's got to be some sort of like empowerment on both sides. It's got to be equal, not just one side of the aisle making all the calls. But also maybe we're stupid if we're just trying to, ignore another person coming in or helping or giving, or maybe we're not giving enough. And maybe that's an attachment thing right now. Maybe we're too attached to some kind of value. So, food for thought with that. I'm going to pull a wild harmonic oracle. Fire of dimensional self-creating. Yeah, this is where I think, it's also very loopy, right? It's very cyclic in this. So I think we can self-create and we can also deteriorate ourselves right now. We have to figure out where we're creating and where we're just looping over and over again. And I think we have all that within us to figure it out. Self-creating. I think that's very important. Just that line in itself. What is yourself capable of creating right now that isn't something from the past, that isn't something that's already been done for you? but literally like creating a new sense of self and using that to kind of bring you into this new creative dimension that really is it's a blank canvas right now too. So I think we're all kind of nervous about what can be painted on this blank canvas, but we got to free ourselves from the idea of what it needs to look like and just start kind of painting the picture, I think. Well, we got the lunar eclipse for the black moon astro. It's definitely big change. It's intense change too. And I think that that's where it's going to be hard. Is like we are at a time of these intense changes, and we're stepping into a whole new sort of existence here. And being attached to the old isn't going to help us with the change. And it's not going to help us receive, and it's not going to help us give to a high level also. So I think it's a very emotional week where we're very conflicted. But we shouldn't be, because it's that emotion that's actually what's giving us the plan and what's helping us step up and create. It's just like this devil card was strong. Like we don't want to change shit. We just want to stay in our cage and be good. I don't necessarily think that's true, but this is where we want to break out of any confinement. And it's likely what we've been confining ourselves to. So don't go playing the victim like this person is confining me. Like, no, you consented to that for a little while. We got the North Node, Sagittarius, third house. This is about really expanding your mind. Really expanding your environment and the potential that you can create. And not holding yourself back. And definitely, like, don't think small right now. If you're playing small ball, or even like small ball, like know-it-all small ball, you're doing yourself a big disservice. Because the truth of the matter is with this is that you don't know. You know that if you do something and make a change, the pivot will show up and create change in your life. But you don't know what the outcome will be. And the only way to know what that outcome will be is to actually do the thing and express and give the message, but also to change. And I think your intuition knows best right now too. And if you're able to express how you're truly feeling, it won't be so difficult at all. Appreciate you all. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, sending you all my best. I'll see you for the rest of the videos this week. Much love. Peace.